again. Can you loosen my chains? I come to you like a beggar man who's wasted blessings away. Can you fill me with joy again? Can you heal all my wounds? I'm on my knees like a broken man, spread my hands out to you. No one else loves the way you do, the way you do. No one else loves the way you do, the way you do. Can you fill me with peace again by your spirit of grace? Can you transform this stubborn man to one who walks in your ways? Yes, I love you imperfectly. You deserve love so pure. Help me love you with all my heart before my days are no more. No one else loves the way you do, the way you do. No one else loves the way you do, the way you do, the way you do.
Gonna get you. Bank gonna take you. IRS gonna get you. They're looking right at you. Better go digital. Crypto. These credit card debt gonna get you. Bank gonna take you. IRS gonna get you. They're looking right at you. Better go digital. Crypto.
Hello, thanks for liking and sharing. I'm using a different mic, so if the fan is too much or the noise from the TV is too much, I bet somebody will tell me and they'll say it's too much. So I won't even have to ask you to tell me. I already hear one kid stomping and making noise behind me, so but I want to use this mic because then I don't have to wear the headphones. So we'll see. Tomorrow at 9 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, I am going before a judge to plead not guilty or whatever. Trying to not plead at all. But before a no insurance ticket, if you've been listening, which you probably have, then I told you guys that I got a ticket for no insurance on the bus when I accidentally hit a few things in the town of Butte with my bus because I wasn't managing my corners very well. But they didn't ticket me for hitting anything. They did ticket me for no insurance. But I had already been studying that, thank you NPC for saying so, I'd already been studying that we don't have to carry insurance or a driver's license or plates on our cars. And that is because of, one is Shapiro versus Thompson. All citizens must be free to travel throughout the United States uninhibited by statutes, rules, and regulations. And then Thompson versus Smith, and this is all upheld by the Supreme Court. So if you're like, I don't understand this, Shapiro versus Thompson, Thompson versus Smith, these are Supreme Court upheld rulings through court appearances and decisions. The right of a citizen to travel upon the public highways and to transport his property thereon, either by horse-drawn carriage or by automobile, is not a mere privilege which the city may prohibit or permit at will, but is a common right. And interestingly enough, then there was another upheld Supreme Court ruling that if the state does convert your right into a privilege and issue a license and charge a fee for it, you can ignore the license fee and engage in the right with impunity. So this actually includes the plates and the car insurance as well. I've had a lot of people get not upset, maybe upset's the wrong word, confused and unsure about why I would not want to have car insurance, because they're worried that, well, if you're going to wreck and you're going to hurt somebody and then you're not going to pay for it, there's too many people out there not willing to pay for it. This is part of the programming that we need to adjust in our brains, is that we should not have to be required by a law from our state that the Supreme Court has upheld that we don't have to do. So if the law held up by the Supreme Court is you do not have to have plates, a license, or insurance on a vehicle that you are not paid to drive, then you can't, then you don't have to do it. It's held by the Supreme Court that you don't have to. Now, if you're paid to drive that automobile, so that the definition of using an automobile for commercial purposes means the person or property is paid fair fee or any charge or other consideration directly or indirectly in connection with any business or other undertaking of profit for profit. So if you're receiving profit for driving the vehicle you're driving, then you do have to have a license, you do have to be insured, and you do have to have plates. So basically, because this is my first time, I'm probably going to make a lot of mistakes. I'm going to appear before this judge and maybe say things that sound funny to him or funny to other people. And I may not get it right the first time, but this is what's called exercising your rights. It's a muscle that you build. So did you figure out what you're going to do about your straw man? Well, I don't know that I have to, because this is just it's going to be pretty quick. Basically, I'm going to be, I guess I can look that up, or you can email it to me at ladyliberty@countermail.com. But basically what I'm going to do is what others have done before, is go before the court, state my name, state that I'm appearing and representing myself, and that if the judge proceeds, interestingly enough, if the judge proceeds as prosecutorial, I can actually object to that, because a judge is not supposed to be a prosecutor. There should be a prosecutor there that should be normally asking the questions. But if the judge is asking discovery questions, then I can object on the record as a mistrial. And so, if they do not immediately dismiss it, they may continue. Well, and then the burden will actually be on them. NPC, the burden will be on the court to decide if they're going to continue on to prove if I was driving or traveling or not. And so you've got the judge, who is a trier of fact, and the prosecutor is a trier of case. But if the judge is going to act as a prosecutor, then I will object on record as a mistrial. So I'll make sure I say that on record. And then from there on, if the judge, after I've said, I'm going to object that you're asking discovery questions because the prosecutor is not, and I will object on the record as a mistrial, then they should put that on the record. But if he continues to ask questions, I'll answer them. that I'm not a driver, I'm a traveler under the basic law, under the basic decision of Shapiro versus Thompson, that this is a basic right that I get to travel freely unencumbered. So also, if a law has no other purpose than to chill assertions of constitutional rights by penalizing those who choose to exercise them, then it is patently unconstitutional. So, my AC unit turned off. I hope it's because it's cooled down a little outside. I don't know. Hey, Mr. DJ, put a record on it. Yeah. So other things I can, if needed, now I may not have to go very far into this. This could be one of the quickest things ever. He might dismiss, or he might want me to carry on. If he does want me to carry on, I do have other, whereas my understanding that federal law and Supreme Court cases apply to the state court cases, I will remind them that this state court does not get to override Supreme Court cases whatsoever. And I can mention on that, and that the state of Montana has arbitrarily and erroneously converted my right into a privilege and issued law for things like driver's license plates, insurance, and fees for such things. And that is erroneous, and the state of Montana cannot do that. Also, under Craig versus Missouri, the state cannot change the meaning of motor vehicle and driver to fit their own needs as well. So the state can't decide, I am a driver, make me get a license, make me get car insurance, make me get plates, because the Supreme Court upholds it. I am a traveler, not a driver. So anyway, we'll see how it goes. I have a few other things I can bring up. Rodriguez versus Ray Donovan, where it is my understanding that all codes, rules, and regulations are for government authorities only, not humans, right, and creators in accordance with God's laws. All codes, rules, and regulations are unconstitutional and lacking due process. I mean, I hope I don't have to bring that one up because everybody will probably laugh at me, but also, where it is my understanding, according to Shuttlesworth versus Birmingham, if a state does erroneously require a license or fee for exercise of that right, the citizen may ignore the license and or fee and exercise the right with total impunity. So and then what I'll ultimately say at the end is, since I rely on previous decisions of the Supreme Court and on constitutional defenses, I have a perfect defense for willfulness, and I am immune to the prosecution, and therefore prosecution counsel does not have a cause of action for which relief can be granted. And then I'll motion for dismissal again. So we'll see how it goes. And I'll motion for it. I have a few other things that I have some notes, to refer to on certain cases and articles and sections. And I'm glad I'm not a lawyer, because I'd be speaking this all incorrectly if I were. Lawyers are taught what's called legalese, which is a different language, and lawyers do not speak the language of the natural law of the common man. And so when people say, oh, you should get a lawyer, I absolutely recommend not getting a lawyer for any of this stuff. Thank you, Justin. Because they're going to speak a different language, and they're not actually speaking on your behalf when it comes to what we're trying to do under the common law and our God-given rights. So that is how it's going to go. I will record it, and I will not do it live. So what I will do is, because I don't know that I'm going to record video. I don't know if I can see other people. I don't know if I can see names. And so because I can go through later and decide, can I blot that out or can I blur that out? Don't forget to ask if you're under constitutional law or maritime law. I suppose if I ask that, I'm not prepared to ask that question. This is my first time doing this. This is, like I said, it's a muscle you have to exercise, and it'll get better and easier with time. But I'm not sure where to go from there. If they say, well, you're under constitutional law, I mean, of course they're going to say that. They're going to pretend they don't even know what maritime law is. But anyway, if I record it and there's names or faces that I can't include, I will blur them out, or maybe I'll just do audio and put up a visual for you guys just to stare at, or it'll be something you listen to. But I will record how it goes, and I'll probably exclude names. I mean, I suppose, though, a judge's name should be fair game to put up. Not really sure. Probably is. But I will put the video up of how it goes. So if I'm a total flop, I'll still put the video up, because here's why. Because this is how we learn. This is how we begin to have a dialogue. And in fact, I don't just want to do this because I'm not trying to be confrontational to the judge. What I actually want to do is create an understanding and a dialogue of the truth of what is lawful and what is legal. And if there's some kind of positive interaction, at least one of us will learn something. I hope I learn a lot, and I hope it teaches other people, but maybe even the judge will rethink some things. Hard to say, right? Want to give some updates on the bus. I need to do a little footage on this and explain it better and show some imageries, though. So on the bus, I was taking out the heaters today. And so in order to take out the heaters, I had to cut off hoses that go to the heaters and have tons of radiator fluid in them. And that was really fun and gross and disgusting. And under the bus where there's so much dirt caked up over so many years, I mean, it's really, in fact, I should have taken a picture of myself. It was so filthy. But if anyone's not aware, I'm converting a school bus into a mobile home for me and my family. And today, taking these huge heaters out of it. And they're all hosed together, a hose going in and a hose going out and back to the radiator. And they're all full of fluid, and the heaters are full of fluid. So at one point I was cutting one of the hoses because, they melt on there. And I splashed radiator fluid up in my eyes, and I'm running out of the bus to get to the hose that's, with water, and to splash my eyes out. Anyway, my eyesight's fine. Yeah, I don't know if it's really quite plumbing, but it was really gross. I mean, it was everywhere, but I should have taken a picture of myself, but I've got my tripod, so I'm going to start doing more just footage of that. I can speed it up so that you're not just watching me work on something at a normal pace. I would just record it and then speed it up, but I can't record how-tos on stuff yet, guys, because I'm barely just learning. I should probably do a power wash under there first. That is a very good idea. Rob Emerson says, you're not under constitutional law. The Constitution outlines their rules and job description. You're under common law. Right, and I could say something like that about, and I did actually. I put in here, those aren't the right notes. Let me get the right notes. I did say that that I'm here on my own counsel. Oh, where did I put it? I'm a common law free woman. I travel at the common law, and I am not a driver. So I do mention that I am under common law in this, and that I travel at the common law, and I'm not a driver. So that may help. That may not work. I may need to verbally repudiate your contract as a fictitious entity on the record. Right. I don't want to get into all that over a no insurance ticket. I just can't. I know what you're talking about because I've done quantum grammar study, and I understand the maritime law versus the common law, versus constitutional law and the common law. But this is my first time, so I'm just gonna practice. I have a script basically. I have a plan of if he starts to say certain things or do certain things, but I can't completely know what he's going to say, or might totally throw me off guard. Again, I will record it no matter what, though, and I will show you guys if I make a total mess of it. Sovereign, yes, common law, sovereign. Thank you for saying that, because I've been saying that all this time, and I actually forgot to include it in my notes, so I'm going to put that in there. Yeah, a sovereign, and I'm not a citizen. I'm a sovereign, commonly free woman. I'm a person that travels at the common law and under the common law, not a driver. So therefore, I'm not required to carry plates, insurance, and driver's license. However, I do carry those things most of the time, but I just bought the bus and I didn't have insurance, so I thought this is a really good opportunity to exercise these rights that I've been trying to learn about, right? This is a really good opportunity to put this into practice and see if I can do this. And not because I'm trying to get out of anything, but I'm trying to exercise my rights and help others to do the same thing. And if I can do it, then anyone can, because I tell you guys, I'm already nervous. I woke up nervous about it this morning. And nervous about what? I'm either going to get this done well or I'm not. And I'm either going to have to pay the fine or I'm not. So I hope it works out too. But anyway, yeah, I will be, now that I have a tripod for the bus that I'm working on, I will be recording more. I'll get out there and show you guys how these heaters were huge. I mean, these huge block heaters that I got out and got all the hoses drained, and what a mess. Oh my gosh, it was such a mess. You could tell them that you're there to school them. Yeah, I don't think that would go over super well. I think it'd be better if I said, I'm here to learn, but this is what I know, and here's my rights as I know them, which is why a lot of what I put in here says where it is my understanding that. But anyway, getting off the topic of the bus, I do want to do some more recording tomorrow, but basically the floor is almost out, and the school bus, there you go. The flooring is almost out. Everything's off the floor. that was the last thing, was getting the heaters. It's really coming along, and now I'm going to have to start working on the outside, because before it snows, before it rains, I want to get all the outside completely airtight and watertight so that I can start resealing. I got to reseal all the windows that I'm going to keep, and that way I can start framing the inside, putting in the insulation, and it's going to just turn into something amazing. It's going to be amazing. And it's already been hard work, but not, in a week's time, I have gotten a lot done. So I shouldn't be too hard on myself. I got to stop rushing myself and just do it in time. So basically, tomorrow is the court date. If you think of it, please pray for me. Pray that I say the right things. Pray that I put a smile on my face, because I'm not there to be mean or to prove that I'm right or to actually argue. I'm just there to exercise my rights and be pleasant while doing it. And when on earth is it going to... Well, it is... Yeah, so it's the end of July, but snow comes in October. So I want to get everything done by October on the outside. Also, pray that I don't have to, that this works, and the judge says, yeah, you're not going to have to pay this ticket. That'd be great. That'd save me some dollars put into the bus. And then also, if anyone needs any prayer, you guys, my email is ladyliberty@countermail.com. I've always said you can reach out to me if you want, and you reach out to me via email. I'll even text or call you if you want. So this is stuff that if you need prayers, please reach out. And NPCs offer the same thing. It's really great. You got the bus and making it into a mobile house. I know, I love it. It's very fun and hard work, but it's worth it. Good luck. May the winds of Providence be with you. Yeah. So, okay, guys, that's it. I just wanted to update you on the bus, and I wanted to practice a little bit and kind of read through my script. I'm glad I had some people chatting back with me, because it made me think, but I could do a little bit more maybe next time. But again, I don't know how much time I'm really going to get to talk. So I think the best thing is to get in there, say what I need to say, and answer questions, and just see how it goes. So there we go. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for your prayers. Thanks for your support. Thanks for being here and just even bouncing back ideas with me and talking with me. It's going to help me a lot. So I'll be back to update you either live to just tell you how it went, to just give a quick overview, or I'll just quickly put the video up as soon as I can. Lord be with me on this. All right, guys. I love you guys. Have a good night. Peace.
So real when we're young, a table full of family for years, heartbreak, a song that we've both sung, a minor tune that tells a bit of tears. But I won't be a friend who flees. Where you go, I'll go. Where you stay, I will stay. Your God will be my God. Where you go, I'll go. Where you stay, I will stay. Your God will be my God. Like a lightning flash so bright, a tragedy transformed in front of me. You listen, still I don't know why, but mercy found me right there in the field. How can Need my